It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the game of the week is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Bears coming up next.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. From the gun, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Archer. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Giants. Back to throw is Archer. Throwing on first down. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play to just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way?
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
On fourth down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
To throw again on second down, Fields. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
That's a good shot. That's a good
the numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 14 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Returnable for Dorsett. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division.
That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Fields now to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long, it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now out come the Giants. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
To Barkley on the check down. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Cohen. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he...
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. There are 2.
And now, as with every potential turnover, take a second. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Well, I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis, and that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Montgomery. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Myers able to knock it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now Archer throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Archer to throw on 2nd down. Dorsett making the catch.
Keep playing hard.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Now it's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And Godot's kick is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the NFC East as we head down to the great state of Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington football team. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Archer on 3rd down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
A 1st down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Archer.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
1st down, Giants.
Archer now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Bilal Nichols, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Archer.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Off play action. Archer. And that is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Gano's kick is good. And they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Caught by Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Here's Fields. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Fields throwing again.
Eluding the pressure right.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
We're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Caught out left side by Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable for Dorsett.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in him one-handed.
You ready?
A big play there for the Giants.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Operating from the gun, Archer. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Out of the gun, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Back to throw, Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Fields
forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
To throw is Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
New York ready to go again offensively. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 75 yards on the ground for him so far.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards the pick up there. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Back to throw is Archer from the gun on third down. And this one is incomplete. The other day they told us when we got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, it's Montgomery. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Fields. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To the air again, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They go play action here on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Archer. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again. Here are the 4. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And some space here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down. Montgomery. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Now it's Fields.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Bears, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the perfect season was apparently not meant